Let's build a break-even dashboard in Excel. We'll be able to pinpoint the exact moment that our business breaks even, and we'll display it with a pretty chart. To get started, let's define what break-even is and how to calculate it. The break-even point is the amount of units that you must sell in order to no longer lose money. See, businesses typically have what's known as fixed costs and variable costs. Fixed costs are what they sound like. No matter how much you sell, it can be 1 million orders or it could be 0 orders. You'll still have the same costs either way. They're fixed. Variable costs, on the other hand, are costs that scale as you do more in sales. The more sales, the higher your variable costs. Let's go over an example. Let's say you operate a restaurant selling hamburgers. It costs you $3,000 for rent, $400 for utilities, and $100 a month for insurance. Those are all fixed costs. So you have $3,500 in fixed costs. Now, it costs you $2 for the ingredients in your burger, and packaging is another 50 cents. So that's $2.50 in variable costs for each burger that you sell. Let's say you sell your burgers for $6 each. How many burgers do you need to break even? Well, think of it this way. You earn $3.50 in profit for each burger that you sell, and you have $3,500 in fixed costs each month. So to break even, you just take $3,500 divided by the profit of $3.50 on each sale, and now you broke even. Put another way, break even is calculated by taking the fixed price divided by the sales price minus the variable cost per unit. Nice. Now that we know how this works, let's build our dashboard. But first, if you're new to this channel, hey, I'm Josh, your CFO guy. I've been a fractional CFO for dozens of companies in my career, and now I'm giving away all of my secrets with fun and engaging content around finance and accounting in Excel. If you aren't already subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, as I have a ton more videos coming your way that you won't want to miss. Now let's get back to creating this break-even dashboard. Here I have a table called costs that showcases the summary for my fixed and variable costs. And over here, I have sales price. So to calculate the total fixed costs, I'll just use a sum ifs on the cost column if the cost type is equal to quotations fixed. Great, now I'll copy this formula, but this time I'll change fixed to variable. Perfect, now we can calculate break even. You remember how to calculate that, right? Go ahead and pause the video if you want to think about it. So we'll take fixed costs divided by open parentheses, sales price minus variable costs. Great, now I can see my break-even point is 1,000 units. If I change my sales price to maybe $4 or so, you'll see that my break-even point updates to 2,333. Looks like it's working, so I'll press Ctrl Z to undo that. Perfect. Now, I want to create this beautiful chart, but before I do, I need to populate my range of values that this chart will pull from. So I'll create a new table for my chart by entering units, then sales, then total costs, and to the right of total costs, I'll write fixed costs and variable costs. Now let's just take the formatting from here by pressing Ctrl C. Let's highlight this and hit Alt H V and then R, paste over the formatting as such. Okay, let's start with 0 units. For the sales, I'll take 0 times the sales price and I'll just lock it by hitting F4. Then for total costs, I need to first fill in my fixed costs and my variable costs. So for fixed costs, I'll just take the amount shown over here and I'll lock it. For variable costs, I'll take the variable cost shown here times the unit. Perfect. Now let's sum these together to get total costs. Nice. Now let's make this a little more dynamic. Let's start by converting this to a table by clicking anywhere in this range and hitting Control T. This will come in handy with our chart as we update our data, allowing the range to continue to be connected to the chart. Okay, now I'm going to leave checked my table has headers and I'll click OK. Then I'll remove the styling by clicking this button and clicking none as such. Now I just want to add a light border, so I'll highlight this over here and I'll hit Alt HBI for line color. And I'm just going to click the second option right here. Then I'll hit Alt HBA to set a border around that light border. Perfect. Now let's just give this table a nice name. We'll call it break even units. Okay, now I'm gonna enter in some values for the amount of units that I wanna populate on my chart. I wanna show my starting point to be 0 units and then show data for up to 2,000 units. So we're gonna add 20 more rows. So I can go ahead and click on this fill button, then I'll click on series. Now for the series in, it's gonna be columns. The stop value we said is gonna be 2,000 units. And let's show this in increments of 100 units. And now I'll press OK. And it looks like the total cost over here got misaligned. It should really be just this first row as such. And now this looks all good to go. Excellent. Now we're ready to populate our chart. So I want to showcase a shading for all values past our break even as yellow, and title that for profits. Then all values prior to break even as blue, titled losses. And then have a nice little pointer on the exact break even mark with the text break even point and the units. So let's first focus on the first part with the shading. What chart do you think we'll need for this? Is it a line chart, a bar chart, or an area chart? If you chose area chart, that's correct. So let's go ahead and click on insert, click the drop down over here, and then choose area chart. Now I'll just take this and cut it by pressing Ctrl X to bring it into my dashboard tab, and then Ctrl V. Now I'll hold down Alt so that it snaps to the grid for these cells, and we'll extend it to take up the full width and height of our dashboard. Great. Now let's remove grid lines. Let's remove our X-axis, remove the title, and we'll remove the outline over here for where this gray shows so that we don't have an outline or border by clicking no outline as such. Okay, now let's right click. We'll click on select data. And let's remove all of the items except for sales and costs. And let's put total costs above sales by hitting this up arrow. Okay, then instead of 1 through 21 on the units over here, let's actually match that up with the units. So I'll write equals break even units, and then open bracket units, closed bracket. Click OK. Okay, we're getting somewhere, but still a bit of a ways to go. Now, if you want to tap out, you can just click on chart design over here, click on change chart type, and change this instead to a line chart. This is how most break-even charts are. You can even see the break-even point right over here where the two lines intersect. But you don't want to be like most people, do you? You want to impress your audience with so many more cool features with shading here and dynamic text and a dynamic icon to point to your break-even. So let's go back to our area chart by pressing Ctrl Z, and let's change the costs and sales color. So for the costs, I'm gonna make that our blue with our branding. And for the sales, I'm gonna make that our yellow. Now let's think about how we can get this to appear like we want. Now take a second to think about this. I'll be honest, I've never built this dashboard before planning for this video, so I had to think about this too. Think about it with me. How can we create white space equal to the distance from our sales to the bottom over here, and then from the bottom from our floor all the way to the cost amount? Go ahead and pause this video if you want to give it a shot. Did you get the answer? No worries if not, because I'm going to show you. The answer is to add another series with white shading to cover this area over here. So I'll go to my data, I'll add a new column called shading. Okay, that was pretty cool. I just added it, and then my table extended in the range and the formatting extended as well. One of the many benefits of a table. Now my shading needs to be the height of the minimum of my total sales or my total costs. So I'm just gonna write over here, equals min total costs and total sales. Let's go ahead and close that with the close parentheses. All right, now let's add a series to our chart by clicking on select data. Then I'll hit this plus button over here, call this shading, and the value is going to be equals break even units shading. Now I'm just gonna again set this over here to be break even units, and then I'll hit OK. Okay, now let's make this white, and let's delete this over here from our wedging. Okay, we did it. Let's also change total costs to say instead losses, and then we can change sales to say profits. And then we'll click OK. Now I can duplicate my window by hitting View, New Window, and let's just bring this other window side by side. I'm gonna go ahead and click on Data over here, and let's just drag this also to the left. Now notice that as I change the sales value, my chart actually updates. That's so cool. But we're not done yet. We need to add this cool pointer to our break-even point and add dynamic text that reads with our break-even units. So for that, we actually need to add a new series as a scatter plot. See, most people think of scatter plots as just for the use of showing a correlation. And it's true, scatter plots are great for that. But they're also great for whenever you need to add a point directly in a chart with an X and Y coordinated. So I'll right click, I'll then again click select data, I'll add a series, and let's call this break even point. Now I'm just gonna leave this as is and I'll hit enter. Then I'll hit okay. Okay, now I'm gonna go to chart design and I'm gonna click on change chart type. I'm gonna go down to combo over here. I'm gonna set this back again to be an area chart. The same thing for this and this. Then for this break even point, I'm gonna set that instead to be a scatter plot right here. Now click OK. Great. Now let's think about where this scatter is going to be in terms of the x-axis and the y-axis. Well, for the x-axis, since we're incrementing by 100 as such, I can get the actual position by just dividing our break-even point by 100. So I'll type in x-axis over here. I'll say equals that divided by 100. Now, because we're actually starting with 0, I'm going to add 1 because we have an extra data point as such. So this is showcasing that our 11th point is where our break even is. Then for the y-axis, we actually have that hidden. So I'm going to go to chart design, add element, and bring back the vertical or y-axis over here. So as you can see, this is actually just the sales value. So what we need to do is we need to find what the sales value is for the 11th value on our x-axis. Well, that's pretty simple. I'll type in y-axis here, then I'll type in equals index. I'll select the sales as such, and then for the row, I'll just point to the x-axis for 11 and close that. Great. Now let me go back to my dashboard. Let me click select data. I'll go to my break-even point. I'll hit edit. For the X values, I'll come in here and I'll select this cell here. For the Y values, I'll come here and I'll select the Y axis as such, and then I'll click OK. And one more time, I'll hit OK. Check it out. Now I have the break even point. I'm just going to delete the legend right here. And now let's wrap this up by changing this dot to a cool pointer. So I'll right click, I'll click on format data series, then I'll click on this little paint icon. I'll then click on marker and then fill. Instead of it being automatic, I'm gonna click on picture or texture fill. I'll then go ahead and click on insert. I'll choose from icons over here. Now this is pretty cool. Excel has a bunch of pictures, illustrations, and icons that you can just go ahead and pull from. You could also get there by hitting on insert and then picture. But we wanna insert this directly into our chart. So I'm just gonna type in arrow as such, and we're gonna go with this one here. I'll go ahead and click on insert, and we'll click on marker options. We'll click on built-in, and let's just hit the up arrow as such. There we go. Okay, this looks good, but it's a bit too high. So I'm just gonna come over here and I'll type in y-axis adjusted as such, and we're gonna take 90% of this value. All right, now I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna click on select data. And instead of the y-axis pulling from what we initially had, we're gonna change that to pull from this value instead. And looks like we still have a border around that. So let's just come back here and click on no line as such. Much better. Okay, last thing. We wanna be able to add dynamic text that reads what the break-even point is in terms of units. Well, for that, we can add a data label for our scatter plot. So I'll come into data over here, and I want the data label to actually pull from this cell. So I'll type in equals, quotations, break-even point, colon, space, close quotations, then I'll hit the ampersand. Then I'll type in the text function so I could retain the actual formatting as shown here, open parentheses, point here, comma, quotations, pound, comma, and then 3 pound symbols with the close quotations. Then I'll again hit and then I'll hit quotation one last time, space, units, close quotations, and then enter. There we go. Break even point, 1,000 units. If I change this to a 5, the information gets updated as such. So let's go ahead and revert this back. Let's click on this arrow here. We'll right click and we'll click on add data labels. And when I do that, by default, the data labels that are added reflect a part in our sales as such. So instead, I'm gonna go to my right, I'm gonna click on label options, and I'm gonna go to break even point data labels. I'll then click on this button over here. And instead of the Y value, I'm gonna click value from cells. I'll then click this up arrow and I'll point directly to this cell over here and I'll click OK. Sweet. Now let's just bring this up over here. Let's take that, adjust the height and the width, bring it up as such. I think we can get rid of this over here and we're all set. Watch what happens as I change my inputs over here or over here. All of my information gets updated dynamically. And now I can take this information, select the entire range over here, press Control C, then hit Alt-H-V or go to this paste special, and then I'm gonna click on U. Now I have a picture that I could drop directly into an email or a pitch deck.
Way to go! You created a break-even dashboard. But this is just one of the many dashboards that your business needs. What's my favorite dashboard? Easy, that's a budget versus actuals dashboard.
Here's a video right here that you can grab to learn how to build that right from scratch. Go ahead and check it out, and I'll catch you there.